Here we are at Quail Hollow for the Wells Fargo Championship. My name is Chris Trott from TaylorMade Golf. I am joined by new Team TaylorMade member, Tommy Fleetwood. We are approaching, boys, the green mile, 16, 17 and 18. The old one shot at a time adage, is that paying any relevance here?
Well, I think so, yeah. I think sometimes you get to like a stretch of holes where, you know, like if you get around in par, it's good, or, you know, it makes it a little bit more accepting, making a, you know, a drop shot where it's not really that big of a drop shot to the field, or things like that.
What's the start line?
Start
down
line's
this
on
one?
that tree just by the scoreboard and let it finish on the left tree.
There you go, so get out of the way, Trotty, now. That's one down.
I must admit, when I come out and walk these holes with you, the green mile, and literally, I mean, seriously, you've hit that perfect spot, both statistically and where you want to be. I always walk off thinking I'm 10 foot tall. I'm as tall as Finno and I can actually golf like you. That's how I walk off.
I don't feel that. A lot of people say to me when they see, like, people be by the putting green, and they'll say, "You're taller than I thought you were," to me, and it's like, I stand next to Finno all day, so.
Started on that TV tower, right edge.
Yeah.
Good shot.
I had a question when I was coming down here. You see how the grass changes colour after the flag?
Yes, Trotty.
The grain.
Yes.
Does it come into your mind putting or hitting chip shots or different grain directions?
Grain is the equivalent of slope, really. Dark grass means you're into the grain. Light grass means you're away from it. It's either going to be slower into the grain or quicker down it, and it's either going to break more if the grain's going with the slope. It's basically just had a little bit more slope to it.
And then golf ball, I see he's got marking a line on it. Use that for potting, or do you use it off the tee as well for path?
Just potting. That was a nice one to hold for the TV.
There's some discs down on the greens. Are you going to pot to any of them? Are you going to know any?
We're just trying to get a bit of speed today, but generally we'll put a few longer putts.
I see the difference in the colour, right? Quick down.
Very astute of you.
Yeah, thanks, mate.
Yeah, I got up and picked my best shirt for the day.
You did, didn't you?
And
And
just-
again, you knew you were going.
Just like you,
Hello.
just like you,
Hello.
Trotty, isn't
Same
it?
for them.
Green mile, 2 putts are good.
And then here, everything you're doing is strategy, or it's purely there's some technical thinking as well.
Trying not to have technical thoughts. Maybe you want a swing thought where, you know, you might have a swing thought for a certain shot that you know is going to help you to commit, but try and keep it as non-technical as possible, and then just think about strategy and club selection.
-6, you got 195, same shot now.
Stay.
Leave it. Leave it. We've binned it.
We touched on golf ball control on the run-outs on the last. Shot like this, wind moving it. Golf ball control, flight control, does that come into conversations and start lines?
When we say good one, normally it's like a little bit of our own language, but we know that he has to keep it down. It's not rocket science.
So if you hit a solid shot, basically the ball's going to not move that much.
On this wind it is, obviously, because this is over like 10 mile an hour. But
Yeah.
generally, if he's playing well, we don't give it that much respect.
Good shots are good, it's just the bad shots they get shown up
Moved.
more and moved more.
Yeah.
You talk about the green mile, like that's like a good showing of it. There's other places like the Bear Trap, Amen Corner, that you just get nothing for bad shots, so you just have to stand up and hit good shots, and if you don't, you don't. Trotty? Oh, come on.
I mean, I was going to chime in and say it's not as much off the right as you thought, but I thought I'm putting the lad under pressure as it is. That's why I'm talking, you're hitting. Nice, I'll give you that one.
Playing off scratch so far on the green mile, it's good.
I like where your head's at. You seem in game mode. That's a bit of a compliment, that. A backhanded one
You're
from
full
me.
of compliments here, right?
I am, because I'm trying to make you feel great, but I mean it. I actually think I'm getting like more of a serious side of you.
It's tournament week on a strong golf course, and you're here to compete, and at the moment, like a practice round, you're here to get ready and everything.
Just there.
Yeah, beauty there. Very
That's
good.
perfect, yeah.
Widest fairway in golf, Trotty.
Well, I'm telling you, it's for you boys. You've been doing a lot of work recently with driver, and you seem very happy with the setup now. Talk to me a bit about That process to get to where you are today,
Yeah.
how deep do you get on your golf clubs?
Your driver or your fairway woods or your wedges or your irons, they all affect one another, and it runs through the bag. So I think what's been really interesting for me and what's been good the last few months has been tweaking and getting the driver to match the irons and the irons to match the wedges or the wedges to match the irons and so on and so forth.
And that gives you confidence, again, to stand up on a hole like this. Do you ever let your mind get ahead and think, you know, I could be walking up here Sunday with a chance to win this thing?
The shots you hit around the greens, the iron shots you hit in, the tee shots that you hit, what you do on the practice ground, what you do on the putting green, all of it really goes into, hopefully, being around on the golf course late on Sunday and having a chance. Yeah, we could have hit it about 2 minutes ago, but Trott was still talking.
What's the pressure like now playing under crowds that are a little different versus huge crowds? How do you get into your bubble?
It's been different, and I think I'm definitely all for crowds at sports, and I think they definitely help the momentum side of things, but I also think it brings in different skills where you have to stay, like you say, in your bubble or stay present. Crowds are a huge part of sport, and I just think it's so important to have them out.
New flat stick. I know a lot about the journey, but you explained to me what that was all about, getting into it, what you were looking for.
I actually learned a lot about putters really when I was testing them. I mean, I had 4 or 5 putters on the green. This would have been the last one I chose out of all of them. You know, like an original look. You know, you mess with it, mess with the loft and the lie, shaft, and then as I was putting, I felt like it was helping me straight away. I didn't really think too much about what difference it was making. It was more like, does this feel good? Is this helping? Does the roll look good? And that was more how I looked at things.
Mate, it's been a pleasure.
Thanks, Charlie.
Good luck.
I'm shaking it,
You're
yeah.
gonna
Nice
get
shirt.
the green mile, no worries. The shirt, like I say,
Green
was
mile.
planned. And I wish you both best of luck, Finno. Play well.
Thank you
Do
very
the
much.
business.
Will.
Cheers for this.